What's up YouTube, Mr. Lamacy here, and today we're going to be looking at our best finds from gambling in the third day of the Gamble-thon, Infinite Gold, 22 Nights of Terror, etc., whatever you call it within Diablo 2. So again, we went after some fun, beautiful circlets. We had more circlets, I think, that overall had some good value, but we didn't hit the super GG. I feel like the best circlet we still found was in our second gamble. So let's take a look at what we got. The first one we got is a very interesting, Cooley likes to call it a dreamer helm. I like to call it a useful helm. It is a very weird, interesting helm that I feel like at first doesn't feel like it has a spot, but the more you think about it, the better it becomes. So +2 to barb skills, visionary mod, mana steal, life steal, 14 all reds, and 76% gold find. Now, where I start to think of this is, okay, a gold find barbarian, this could be really interesting. But generally a gold find barbarian, if it's pure gold find, you're going to have a mercenary who just has like, you know, botted and whatever, and the merc is going to kill most of the stuff. So not super useful. And then you're like, okay, what if I'm running a berserk barbarian? Well, then the life leech isn't applying and the mana leech isn't applying, so that's not crazy useful either. So where this really kind of fits is in this like whirlwind barb that maybe is like a half, and you could also say a frenzy or throw barb. But I like it in the whirlwind barb, because what you can do with the whirlwind barb is you can actually crank the player count up on the whirlwind barbarian, or in terror zones, for you know, Travancore, terror zone Travancore. You can crank it up and kind of run high player counts and kind of run it as like a pseudo item find / gold find. And so you can have both of them at like decent values. And it hits pretty well there. So you get the bonus AR, which is really helpful just to kind of, that'll fix up your attack rating completely. Obviously, barb skills is nice. You get the dual leech, which is really nice because now you don't have to wear a ring trying to get the leech on it, right? So you get mana and life leech right there. So now you can run dwarf rings or whatever you want in those slots. You get a little bit of all resist, which is always just helpful on these characters. And then 76% extra gold find, which is, you know, 80% max right there. So a very high amount of gold find as well. You're probably putting a cham in it, just overall. But I prefer this over, you know, just looking at it. Like IK Helm is the general one that you'd be running, or, you know, you could maybe run Ariats or something on the other. But I really like this. I think it kind of has the ring that you're running there plugged in, and it kind of opens up and frees up some slots. So I think this is a pretty solid, interesting helm. Again, not super fully meta, but I think you can make a nice, interesting build with it. Our second find of the day is this helm right here. I actually think this might be our best find of the day. A 2 Druid, 20 FCR, 10 FHR with 12 all resist, and it has damage reduced by 3, which is very nice. Someone might, Pain Hood, also an awesome name. But the damage reduction by 3 is really nice. This can be really useful versus, you know, assassins and stuff that have, you know, just kind of the little chip damage, right? So any of that can be really helpful to have, the little damage reduction. A lot of people overlook it, I would say. So really a nice 5 stats on this helm. Obviously, you know, 2 open socket, blah, 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 whatever is always better. But I think this is a pretty solid pickup right there. Got some nice stuff. The third one's a pretty basic, +3 to cold skills, 97 to life. Just your generic, hope it rolls 2 open sockets. And, you know, a lot of sources are still going to be using Nightwings, but there are going to be instances where you're going to, in PvP, prefer to have the 97 life right there. Our fourth one is the classic 3 fire skills, 20 FCR. It is on the circlet, so required level 45. Your PK source, your mid-level dual source. You know, very standard, nice helm. Again, just need to hit 2 open sockets on it. Our fifth one is a 3 open socket with teleport charges. I think this is another one of those that your gold farm barbarian might be interested in, or honestly a couple of other characters could be interested in. Probably worth a few high runes right there. And our last one is going to be not great. 2 swords, 20 FCR, 14 all res, and a DR by 1. Again, I don't think this is really worth much of anything at this point. After events like this, you know, the 220s without a lot of extra good on them aren't really that great. So this one is probably trash. I just kept it because, hey, you know what? I can like give it away to somebody, right? Kind of pretty basic. So this is probably the like least exciting one. But otherwise, some decently exciting stuff that'll be worth a little bit for sure. And then, you know, like I say, a really decent druid here, and this really interesting one that I kind of want to build around. So some fun finds there. The finds that we had last week were this 230-20 Necro with 33 light res. Having the faster run walk on this can be really helpful for PvP. Obviously, your classic again, Jeweler's Tiara of Speed, 30 fast run walk, 3 open sockets. And then this was the best circlet, I would say, that we found overall. The 230-20 with 17 life and 14 all res. Again, being able to have FCR and FRW is really, really nice for PvP. So I'd say this is still the best one that we have. So those are our circlets overall. No crazy 2 open socket, godly GG, but I think overall we got some decent stuff. I'm pretty happy with it for, you know, what we put in. Maybe next year we'll do some more gambling on it, and maybe we'll do like a 24-hour gamble session or something crazy. We'll see. Regardless, don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. I'd love to see in the comments below your best finds. Peace, everybody.